Hey YouTube, it's D-Link. Just giving you a little, I'm not going to do a product review because there's so many of them out there. I wanted to show you and address a couple issues that people were having with the Ruger LCP and what I did to overcome them. It's a great little gun. I just picked it up about a couple weeks ago. I chose the Lazermax centerfire laser on mine because the Crimson Trace takes up the trigger guard, and I'll show you that here in a minute. So I went with a Lazermax, and I'm really happy, and I'm glad I did. But there's a couple issues with the Ruger LCP that everybody's having. Of course, the box that it came in. Nice little carrying case for the Ruger LCP. Not that I'm probably going to be carrying this in it, but what's nice is I can set this in the bottom of my gun cabinet, leave it open, and I can grab out my LCP whenever I want. What I wanted to do is show you a little bit about the weight, the size of the Ruger LCP if you guys had any questions. What's really interesting is this gun is so small, so light. It's a great little 380 pistol. Now, some of the things that I opted to do, I extended the butt of the gun. That was my one major thing that I wanted to do. I can get my whole hand, all 3 fingers, and I got fairly large hands. I can get them all on there without a problem. What's nice about the Lazermax laser, when you pull it out of a holster, you normally pull out with your finger right here ready to go on the laser. You hit that button and it's on. It's immediately on. Your finger is always in that position ready to turn it on. And then one of the things that I liked about the Lazermax compared to the Crimson Trace, to turn it on has a button right here. So when you go to place your fingers on it, it hits the button and turns on the laser. When I was testing it out in the store, every time I picked up the gun, I accidentally turned on the laser. I didn't want that. If you're in a gunfight, and let's say the robber's holding up something, I don't want that laser coming on until I'm ready to point it at him. That's going to be a giveaway. If you got that laser on and you're flashing all around, somebody's going to see that dot and know where you are. I'd rather have the choice of when I'm ready and I got them lined up, then kick on that laser. That's going to not give me away. Some of the other things that I liked about the Lazermax compared to the Crimson Trace is the Crimson Trace actually comes down, it extends a little bit down past here and takes up that grip. So not only do you not get a good grip on the gun, this gun is so small that with a standard foot that Ruger comes with, Ruger sends out, I got 2 feet for that clip. This is the non-extended version. I don't know if you can see that there. That's about how far it would stick out if you used the grip. There's like nothing there. This is the extended one that Ruger gives you, and I don't know if you can see the difference. They come with both. Ruger gives you both options. This is great if you don't want an extension or any imprint on you when you're carrying concealed. But the only problem is either one of these, my fingers are so big and fat that I can't get my hands around this gun. If you think about this, that's about the size that it would be normally. Look at my fingers. Look at how big these are. If I go to put my fingers on there, I can barely get 2 fingers on with that grip. I don't know if you can see that. But what happens is when you fire the gun tends to jump up like this. And when you're shooting, it's got a a lot of leeway, so you can't get a really accurate shot. Now, if I go with the extended grip that Ruger gives you, that's about the distance that you get. So I'll show you the difference. There and there. So it helps. I can get 2 fingers better on it. I don't know if you can see that. A lot better than just the regular. But what I did is I went out and on eBay there was a guy selling these extended grips. Now it's not a +1, which is really important because the +1s were coming with a weaker spring. So I heard that you can misfire or fail to load with a weaker spring. So I wanted to keep it stock. It's still 6 + 1 in the chamber. That's 7, but it extends my grip and it doesn't affect the spring. So if I pop that in there, now there's the difference. Instead of getting just barely 2 fingers on there, I get all 3. I got a firm grip on this gun now. This ain't going nowhere. So that's the difference. I mean, that's a good grip. When I shoot that thing, I got a firm grip on it. Nobody's grabbing this out of my hands. I mean, it's solid. I mean, that's one solid weapon. So the other thing is I painted the sights. Yes, this is fully unloaded. Nothing in, sorry about that. That was probably loud. Nothing in the mag. Nothing in the chamber. Slide it open just so you can see down. So the sights were really terrible. They're so low profile. I mean, there's like nothing there. So I had a hard time trying to look down the range and get it sighted in. If you look at this now that I painted with Hunter's orange paint on that sight, you can see that that sight is awesome now. I really can sight that gun in perfect. So the other thing is I painted it red right on the hammer, so you can see when you go to fire, you can see if it's racked. There it is. So I know it's not racked. As soon as I rack that, now I got the red indicator, and all I did was paint the little tip of the hammer, so I know when it's racked, it's ready. Adds a little bit of safety, I think. Not much, but it's there. I like having that visual of knowing that that hammer's back and ready to go. I did paint the mag. I found a couple of YouTube videos. Take some nail polish and a scraper, and you put some nail polish on it, run it over. Wife had some nail polish, so I was able to get a good paint job on that. So, which was nice. And I painted up the grip. I like the camo color. I wanted to make sure my gun looked a little different than everybody else. It's because everybody's got a black Ruger LCP. I wanted mine to be unique, so that's what I did. Painted it up. I think it looks pretty awesome. I don't know. Tell me what you think. See if you like it. Leave some feedback. Not really happy with the little tiny extensions. That's how much this one extends. There's the extended. So you can see I got a huge difference in the grip. Now, the thing is, everybody will say, oh, well, that's not really good for concealed, because now you got a huge butt on the gun. I'll tell you what, it's not that big. And I'll show you a comparison here of how big that is. Here's my cell phone, okay? It's a little HTC Pure, so little tiny phone. That's my cell phone case. I carry this everywhere with me. There it is, placed right next to the gun. How much difference? Not much. There's my wallet. Carry this everywhere I go. As you can see, it's fat, it's huge. Pop that right next to it. And if we line this all up, it's not much of a difference. Pop that over the gun. You can see the difference right there. I'm going to zoom in on that. And with my wallet, that's the difference in the wallet size. I mean, it's not that big. It's easy enough to carry. Concealed. And the cool part is the thickness of this gun. Oh, I also carry my knife. That's my pocket knife. Gives you an idea how big that gun is. I mean, here's my hands. Yeah, it's small. I even with that butt grip on, the butt extension, it's extremely small. Here's a pencil. Look at that. If you can fit a pencil in your pocket, you definitely can fit this gun in your pocket and conceal it really easy. Length. And you're shooting a 380. 380 ACP. 380 auto. And right now I'm shooting a Winchester 380 auto full metal jacket for Target. Good deal on it. You might have seen the place where I purchased it, but I shot 55 rounds through this since I've gotten it. Not one jam. Fired every time. Loaded every time. Great little gun. Some of the things that I painted with. This was the paint that I picked up. Found it at Lake Wally World over there, and I guess you can get it pretty much anywhere, any craft store. That's the orange paint that I painted with, the sights, and the camo color. Good old Krylon. Yeah, it might flake off. It's not the best paint in the world for it, but I sprayed it in a little can and took a really tiny thin paintbrush and just rubbed it in there and heated up the gun. Heated all this up with a little space saver heater. Took it, put it in a box, heated up the plastic, then painted it, and did that several times so it would adhere really good to the gun. So, quarter. Just give you an idea how big the gun is. Oh, wanted to show you one more thing. I'll show you two more things, sorry. Hate to be rambling on. There it is, 5 inches. Let's see if you can see that. 5-inch total length. Zoom out just a little bit. Right on. Total height of this gun, 4 inches and 4 3/4 inches. That includes the extended. So 4 3/4. If you didn't have that on, if you didn't have the extension, and you used Ruger's extension, you're looking at 3 3/4. So with this extension, I'm gaining 1 inch. That's enough for my fat little chubby fingers. So, I mean, technically to get 3 fingers around, I'm looking at minimum 2.5 inches. to get 3 fingers comfortably on that gun. So just a heads up, that's a great little item. Cost me like $21 though for this foot plate. Not cheap, but well worth it. 21 bucks for the comfort of having that in your hands. Awesome. You know, you can't go wrong. Nice little gun. Good for carrying. So that's about it. Thanks for watching.